Hi, this is Trey Passer. Welcome to my review of Beale Street Could Talk. That was the movie I was talking about in my in-bed blog this morning. I kept saying Beale Street, but I couldn't remember the full name of it. But that's called If Beale Street Could Talk. This is based on a James Baldwin novel. Okay, and this is written and directed by Barry Jenkins, who did Moonlight, which I absolutely loved. Okay, so I was really looking forward to this, and I heard good things about this. And this is basically the story of a young Harlem woman. Her name is Trish Rivers, and she has a boyfriend that she's known, a boy that she's known since they were little kids. And that, and this is basically their story of them falling in love and her getting pregnant, and then him getting caught in the circumstances where basically he's jailed, and her trying to work with him to try to get him out. And the story takes place in Harlem, and it's a real good drama. And if you've seen Moonlight, you know the kind of style that Barry Jenkins kind of films with, where you get a lot of close-ups and stuff of images of people's faces and stuff, and you have a lot of good actors in this as well. Kiki Lane, who I never heard of, she plays the main character, Trish Rivers. Then Stephen James, who was in Race, he played Jesse Owens. And Regina King, of course, in this, she plays Sharon Rivers, the mother of Tish. And Michael Beach is in this as well. And you have a lot of like small roles by a lot of famous people. Diego Luna's in this. You have Finn Whitrock, Pedro Pascal's in this as well, and Dave Franco's in this. And I think I could have sworn I saw James Franco in there for a quick minute, but I'm not sure. I looked in the credits to see if that was him, but I don't know if that was him. Maybe it could have been somebody else. But anyway, again, this is a story that takes place, and it's basically this drama that stories that you don't really get. I mean, I guess you do get to see it somewhat, but not as much. But you have black, black leads in a drama, and the story is, like I said, it's kind of universal about a young black man being incarcerated, okay, sometimes unjustly, and them trying to get him out, and that's a story that everybody can relate to, especially young, African Americans, and the stuff, and it's basically about them. This couple that's trying to survive, and they show you flashbacks of them, falling in love and stuff, and being a couple and stuff, and trying to survive and get a place, and him trying to get a job, and her having to tell her parents that she's pregnant, and it's just basically ordinary life, and it's the drama of it that makes this movie really good. The actors do a really good job, and it's really the story, the way it plays out, it's just it's just a really good story, and it's it's heartbreaking, and at the same time, and it is a celebration of this couple's of their love, of them trying to hang in there and through their trials and tribulations. And it's really a really well done movie. I really enjoyed this movie a lot, and I definitely recommend it. It's one of the best movies I've seen this year, and I'm glad I went to see it before the year was over. And this is a really good movie. Definitely, again, great performances by Kiki Lane, who I never heard. I think maybe this is her first major role, and Stephen James as Alonzo Fonzie, Fonnie Hunt. He's the main character that gets unjustly incarcerated, and their trials and tribulations. And Regina King, I think, I heard she already got nominated for a Golden Globe, for she plays a kind of supporting role. She's the mother of the pregnant young woman, and she's really good. She really gives a really good performance in this movie as well. So I can see why she got nominated. And it's a really good drama, and it just really kind of it tugs at your heartstrings, and as a black man, and just as a human being, it really gets to you watching this couple struggle, and seeing their struggle, and then falling in love, and the things they have to go through to to basically to survive and get around. And I can tell some of this is partly autobiographical, because I know James Baldwin. I read a little bit about him in school, and I remember that he left the United States to live in Paris because he just couldn't take the absolute the racism that was just going on. He just couldn't deal with it, and he just left the United States and went to live in Paris. And you can tell that's one of the characters in this movie kind of makes a comment about that. Then I immediately thought about James Baldwin, and it's just a really good drama, really good movie, and it's heartbreaking and it's frustrating at times as a black man to watch this, but it's a really good movie, and I definitely recommend it. It's definitely one of the year's best, in my opinion. Okay, so I'm going to give Beale Street Could Talk. I'm going to give it an 8 out of 10. Really good performances by the actors, really good direction by Barry Jenkins, and just a heartbreaking tale and an affirmation of love in a way. That these couple has to go through all this and see if they come out through the other end. And it's a really good drama, and I really enjoyed it a lot. And I definitely recommend it. Again, 8 out of 10 for me. Anyway, let me know what you think. Have you seen If Beale Street Could Talk? Have you seen it? What do you think of it? Feel free to leave comments down below, and if you like this review, please hit the subscribe button down below. I have links to my Facebook, my Twitter, my Instagram in the description box, as well as a link to my other channel, Paul's Views and Opinions. Please check that out as well. And this is Trey Pastor saying so long and take care.